All right, let's get set up. All right, it's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone. But it's not too late to make cards. I'm going to be putting 45 minutes on the timer, which I don't have. Hang on. First, I wanted to show you my supplies. If I could get to this clock. Okay, settings, clock. I thought I had everything ready. Let's do 45 minutes. Okay, there's 45 minutes. And I'm going to show you everything first, and then we're going to start the timer. I'm using a Cozy Christmas. This is new to me this season. Beautiful colors here, the traditional. I'm going to be doing traditional this time to wrap up my series. And here's some very beautiful cut-aparts that I will be using this time. Actually, if I'm making horizontal cards, I won't be. I'll have to find some more that go landscape. Here's some beautiful poinsettias. Stripes. Oh, that's cute. I remember when I worked at a Boy Scout / Girl Scout Christmas tree farm when I was in junior high school. Oh, joy. And we haven't turned off notifications. Now, these are really big. And they're straight. These are the only two that are horizontal, but they're really big. I may have to see if I can cut those down. And here's beautiful wood grain. I love wood grain. How cute is that? Very cute. Some beautiful mistletoe and holly there. And some snowflakes. And here's some beautiful snow. Oh, look at those snow globes. Homemade snow globes in the little canning jars. Cute. Oh, and sleighs. Awesome. And here's some strips that will be very usable. Presents. You know, I have an embossing folder with presents, but I decided not to do that this time. I want to do everything on camera. Beautiful plaid. Look at all the stockings. And here's some boots. You know, in Europe, we put on our shoes and boots. I used to live in Europe. And here's some smaller ones. I think that these could work on a horizontal. And so, oh, look, beautiful wreaths. And this is our sticker collection. And I will be using these on the inside of the card. So let's get started picking out my papers. I'm going to be using these cut-aparts. I know that. And let's do some snowflakes. And maybe the truck. Those are adorable. I have my card bases. Oops. I have my card bases. And then I have this for matting of the cut-aparts. So let's set. Oh, let me show you the rest of my supplies. I'm going to be using garden green, cherry cobbler. I'm going to be using a stamp from Holly Jolly Wishes. We wish you Merry Christmas. And also, bells are ringing. Hoping this season is filled with joy. These are some die cuts that I bought on Etsy. I have a few of those of the colors that I want to use. I may or may not use the washi tape. I had that before and never did use it. All right, let's set our clock. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use his except for, oh, let's go back. Fix that again. Okay, 45 minutes. Okay, and let's go. I'm gonna cut my cut aparts first. We're gonna make landscape or not horizontal. No, horizontal would be portrait. No, landscape or I can't think of it. That is so pretty. So let's cut several. So I have something to choose from, which I have plenty here because I'm going to shoot for 6. That's what I have been making in the past. I will be linking a playlist of my series for this year. And so you will see that I did make 6 in 45 minutes with a few minutes to spare. That's decorating and everything. Periodically, I will be showing you how much time we have left. Cozy Christmas is from Echo Park. Thank you for joining. I hope you're looking forward to a fun Christmas Eve. And that can include making some last minute cards. I will be no doubt sharing at least some of these with my family tomorrow. So there's those. Now let's go ahead and cut our card bases. I have to remember we're doing these landscape. Let's see. We're going to go that way, this way with them. So I'll position them that way. So I won't forget. I can easily fold these with my fingers because this is 100-pound cardstock. If I had anything heavier, I would have to use my scoreboard. So I have a small one of that. Now, with this live today, I didn't do anything in advance. So we're just going with the 45 minutes that we have here. I didn't do any extra die cutting or embossing. This is really cute because this is directional and I'm going to be making them horizontal. We're going to cut the bigger measurement first, which be 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to put it directly onto the card base. Like so. Cute is that. Cute, cute, cute. Go ahead and do another one. So we have several to choose from. This is non-directional, so it doesn't matter. These are adorable, adorable. Let's see, and they are also non-directional. So let's start with the smaller measurement. I do have several videos on directional versus non-directional, but obviously in this case, I don't want the trees to end up sideways, which they would if I cut the 4 first, the smaller one. So when you're going horizontal, you want to cut the bigger measurement first. When you're going horizontal and the paper is directional, go with your larger measurement first, 5 1/4. So there's those. And where's my cut aparts? All right, let's measure these. That way I can cut, okay, they're 4 by 4. They're a little bit big. Let me cut these down a little bit. Let's cut it down to 3 1/4. Now here's where you have to kind of play it by eye. Yes, that's exactly what I want. And let's do it over here too. I don't want to cut it all. I don't want to measure and cut the whole thing over here. I just want to divide it in half, what they call splitting the difference. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's definitely worth it. That's just a sliver. There we go. So when I put that on the front, we'll have room for the matting. So I think green would go good for this. So let's do some 4 by 4 matting. See, there is a method to my madness. Okay. And this might fit something else, so I'm going to go ahead and cut as many as I can out of one piece. That would make 4. And I'll do the same thing with the red. And no, I don't know for a fact. I may have to cut the cut aparts down as I go. How do you like my little decorations? I finally figured out how to do that. I knew there was this black edge around my video and I'm like, what is going on? So I used it to my advantage. Here are the cut apart, or not the cut aparts, stickers. I will be putting those aside. And here's all my different things I might use. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, we have just under 30, or just almost 35 minutes. Oh, let's do some mint. I forgot the mint. All right, because I do have that in my color palette. So let's do some mint. Okay. We'll set these over here. And now let's go to our pieces. Before we do any of this, we are going to stamp the inside. With one of two. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh no, I said I was going to do Merry Christmas to you, but it's not. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There we go. We're going to do 3 of each. That way I got 2 stamps, so I don't have to try to clean off and change colors. When you're working with a timer, you want to cut corners as much as possible. Okay. Now I'm going to use my garden green. This pad has been through it, but I still use it and it works fine. I do have a re-inker if I need it, but so far it's been doing good. Hoping this season is filled with joy. Beautiful. Whoops. I thought. That's interesting. Okay. Where is my other piece? Right here. Okay. I accidentally put that in the red. Oh no. Green, red. Okay, green. It's supposed to go into the green. There. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to do kind of assembly line style here. And then we're going to decorate at the very end. That's pretty too, but I think I'll stick with the snowflakes. I think I'll do one without, or one of each. That's cool, isn't it? Let's see what's on the other side of that now. I don't like that. I don't like this red, so we'll stick with the trucks. Is that okay to say that we don't like a particular color on our pattern paper? Okay, and I think, what do we think? I'll stick with the stockings too. Yep, let's put them right side up. Two, three, four, five, six. All right. Let's get cutting down these pieces. How are we doing on our time? Twenty-seven minutes. That's how much we have left. Let's start by taking a sliver at a time until we get to our 3 3/4. That's how I eyeball it. The sliver at a time. There's that one. Unbelievably enough, my slivers end up working out perfectly. Like 1/8 of an inch or so. This is really cute. This has lots of room decorating potential. I think that we have more room up here, so let's see. Yeah. If you have more room on the top than the bottom or vice versa, you can afford to cut a little more. Let's see. Tidings of comfort and joy. I like that one. think that one's just fine. Okay. Here's all my pieces of matting. Oh my gosh, that's way bigger than I wanted. So let's put this on first and then cut it. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. That's very cute. Let's go ahead and pop these up on foam dots. It will take a little bit more time, but that's okay. I did this with my other ones, and we were fine. Again, I will be putting that playlist into my end screen as soon as this live finishes processing. I can edit it. I still have to wrap my husband's present. And then we have our Christmas Eve service tonight. All the women in the choir are singing a nice, beautiful little song. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I think that matches perfectly there. Gives a lot of different, well, let's see. Should we do, yeah, let's do that one. Yes. And what color should we use? Mint. Perfect. Perfect. All right. I must admit, I did not start my Christmas cards early. That's one reason I'm doing this series, to help you make cards quick. We just enjoy having people know that we're thinking about them and care about them. I will be giving some of these to my to family tomorrow. And then I've got a few other choices, but this gives me some extra choices. Now it's not very high, if you notice. It's not real dimensional, but it's also very post friendly. It's not going to be too heavy. Oops, am I missing one? Yeah. Let's do. Well, both of these are a little bit busy. Let's see. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Shall we do red or mint? Why is that so big? I think that's pretty. Because unfortunately it's hiding the truck. So, oh well. If you have a particular focal point, you can adjust your cutting so that you get that focal point. Maybe next time. Whoops. I should put that in the middle. Ugh. I don't need more than 9. Very cute. Now this is going to have to be cut down, I believe. Let's see. Should we stick with, let's do green. Right. We're going to cut this down. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And the green. Okay. That will give it a nice pop of color. And we are done with this one. Luckily, I have another. Just pop that right in. Maybe. Okay. Toss that. And off we go. You can definitely tell the difference in the sound. Right. Christmas cards almost ask for the assembly line process. I mean, if you want to make a bunch of cards really quickly that are very similar, they don't have to be the same. But especially like if you're having an office party or something and you just want your coworkers to know you're thinking about them, wishing them a happy holiday. But, family and friends, you want to spend some quality time and make something really pizzazzy, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Labors of love, for sure. But when I first started crafting, I would make cards for everybody. Whoops, did I not cut this down? Okay, there we go. Good. I made cards for everybody in like 2 different clubs, sometimes 3 different clubs. You know, it was, you know, 60 people, 75 people. And besides my family and close friend list. So that got to be, you know, couldn't spend a lot of time. So the assembly process isn't new by all means, but I definitely take advantage of it. I think you can make cute cards, thoughtful cards with the assembly line. I don't know if I'm going to have room for these little die cut sprigs. Maybe I'll just put them on the inside. How are we doing on time? Ooh, 13 minutes. Let's see, what shall we do? Did we do green the last time? Yeah, we did a mint. So let's do dark green this time. Yes. Okay. Use mixed waste. How cute is that? Okay, these are the very basic cards. But I'm going to add stickers and possibly these little sprigs. I think that's cute. Let's just stick with the stickers, I think. Okay, we got okay, there's that. And I may put Nuvo drops on the outside. Guess you'll have to wait and see. Let's see if I got any snowflakes here. Yes. Kind of to blend the inside and the outside. Go. I could have done that. Let's do our boots down here. Very cute. And do trees here. Perfect. And an ornament up here. What do we have? Sprigs and more sprigs. So let's do stocking and an ornament. We have stockings and a wreath. Okay, let's do poinsettia and another stocking. And some baby trees, seedlings, and an ornament. Okay. Now, where are we on time? Eight minutes. All right. I'm going to set them out here because I'm going to put Nuvo drops on, and they can get just a little. Let's see, is that a light? That's a light. Whoops. Nuvo drop and Nuvo drop there. Okay. Now let's these Nuvo drops. This is gloss woodland green. This is woodland green, and I just used autumn red because I think it's more red than the Rudolph's nose. Then I also have some gold and some white. So let's see here what we can do. Gold. Let's do gold here. I will move. Okay, this is over here so you can't see it, but that's what that one looks like. And then you can see this one. And what should we do for, where's my gold? Let's put this one up here. Let's put this one over here, and I'll put this one right here so you can see. I think I'm going to make some of these gold, these little cranberries. I love, love, love Nuvo drops. They're very fun to use, but boy, you got to be really careful that you don't ruin them. And it's easy to do. That's why I'm setting these out here now. Now let's do, I'll move this one back. Am I stuck? Nope. Okay. I'll move this one back and see the red berries here in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and put some more red on there. And maybe let's do some gold on the edges. Very colorful indeed. So there's that one. Now, before I do this one, I want to remind everybody again what the insides look like. There are two different sayings, but because I put Nuvo drops on the other one and they're not dry, I'm not going to open those. So here's what it looks like on the, yeah. So we're going to put these over here to dry. And I will try to move them over enough so you can see all of them. Got one more left. Let's see how we're doing. Just under 4 minutes. These are absolutely gorgeous. So let's do, I'm going to put on my glitter drops, my white blizzard, and I'm going to put this on top of the stockings. Is that cool or what? By the time I give them tomorrow, they'll be dry. See? Okay. Again, here are all my cards. That beautiful gold. And let's look at the final. I don't know if you can see that. 2 minutes and 47 seconds, 46. So we finished with a little over 2 minutes to spare. Thank you so much for sharing this season of card making with me. Cleverly Quick Christmas card making. I hope you have a wonderful time tonight and tomorrow. And of course, Happy New Year. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing because I will have more creating fun. Like I said, I'm going to be putting that one playlist for you so that you can maybe start ahead on next year's. Have a wonderful time, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.